I am so excited to be here. So you've been guys asking me a lot about like explaining more about like the programs. So I thought maybe actually I'm going to go live either tomorrow or maybe like sometimes next week. This way I can answer all of your questions either about Darija or about like Morocco or about Moroccans or about like anything like you want to know. And I think they're going to be great. I've been doing lives a lot like last year. I didn't get to do that like this year because I've been busy with a lot of things, so it was like really hard to do the lives. But basically, I wanted to give you an advice on how to learn properly. I don't want you to learn the mistakes from the beginning. So it's really hard when you are learning the wrong way in the beginning. And I mean, like when you are learning the wrong words, for example, or like the wrong pronunciation, it's kind of stick to your mind because it's the first thing that you learn. And when you try to correct it, it's going to be really hard. So it's kind of like, forgetting about the habit of saying something. It's really hard to get rid of it. So try to pick your right teacher or like the right videos to watch, because I don't want you to like say things in a bad way or like saying something that like, sounds not appropriate. So something like that. Okay, so when you started learning a language, you would like want to do it, like you are very motivated in the beginning. So if you're going to take too much, it's going to be too much. So what you want to do, you want to have fun with it. You have to kind of enjoy the process. It should be slow, a little bit like fun. So that's why in my absolute beginner program, the offline one, it's like we had it like very chill. We started off with information and then we slow down. Then like when you're ready, we can add more and the grammar. And after that, when you are like learning all the basic things, like talking about yourself, the right pronunciation, talking about likes and dislikes, like the direction and all of these kind of little things, then you are like ready to move to the next step, which is like grammar, because here you are learning now like your brain knowing a little bit about the language and ready to understand the structure. So when you understand like the structure, like you don't want to like focus on one skill. So you are learning grammar, you are learning to make your own sentences and your own questions, use them. So that's the purpose of the grammar, is like helping you speak correctly and not like just like learning random sentences. Because if you are learning how to make your own sentences, you can do it alone. You would not like need a teacher for the long run. So it makes it like faster for the long run. It might sound like hard, boring step, but it is a very important step. Okay, even if you don't like remember all the irregular verbs, but having the idea in the mind, understanding the bigger picture and everything, it makes it so easy for you. Okay, what will happen? What's the next after that? After that, like when you are like comfortable with language at the beginning and now like you're confident about like saying things correctly, you want to practice the speaking. So there is like two ways. There is either like to go for like conversation and just like practice the speaking, like what you learned. If you are wanting to challenge yourself, do both. Like you can like practice the speaking, different topics, at the same time try to learn the extra grammar that will help you out in the long run. So that's like you do it when you are okay with the grammar part one. So that's why we have like two of them. And then what comes next is like after like learning all of that, it just comes like about fluency, learning, like you just like speaking about different topics, being confident, learning the tricks to understand like Moroccans and also being understood and like try to say it like as like no Moroccans would say it, because it is like two different ways. There is like the when you are speaking slow and Moroccans being understandable, and when they are speaking fast, they kind of tend like to reduce the words and making it as one word. This match the words together. That's why we sound like a little bit like not understood. So I teach that like for advanced. So what I want to focus on is basically right now is advanced beginners, because I want to teach them like the conversations and how to communicate freely and just like being confident and easy with it. So it's going to be more chill, fun, really good one. And then like we have the grammar plus speaking one, which is like going to push you, and this is how you're going to talk about like certain topics in past tense, and this is how you're going to say it when we are like in hurry, we would like answer with one word. And then like we will like learn how to describe situations, how to describe places, people, like what you are thinking about. Just learning how to experience, like to you know why I cannot talk right now. Too much coffee, that's why. So it's a lot of like different things that we are learning. It's like really focused, and after that it comes like intermediate and advanced. And I think intermediate and advanced I'm going to do them like till like next year, because I cannot do too many groups at the same time. It's a lot of energy that I put in them. It's a lot of hard work, and I want to give my all. So if I'm going to do a lot, like I would not be able to give my all, and that's not okay for me. Okay, so yeah, I think for like inshallah next year, then like we're going to focus on intermediate and advanced. And there are like a lot of like for the courses you can do them offline, which is like a great option for people who are like busy or having kids. If you are like like kids when they are like little, like they need a lot of attention, so they're making it hard for the moms to attend like the online like meetings. So you can like do it offline and learn whenever you want it to, during early in the morning or like late in the night, like, and it's like lifetime access. So that's also like a great option for people who are like busy, or they have like different time zone, or like they're working while we are like having the online ones. So if you have any questions, you can contact me, and I just like advise you to not overwhelm yourself with the like language. So do it as a hobby, like just do it like with fun. When you are like want to take a break from work and say, okay, let's like have fun and like learn some like language, some Darija. But if you are like doing it forcing yourself, it's kind of like you have to change a little bit your mindset about it, because like Darija is very unique language. It's like beautiful if you think about it in a certain way. The way we see things, the way like we getting rid of the vowels, the things that like we kind of like, just the language, all of it is just like weird in a good way. If that makes sense. We get rid of the vowels. That's like one thing. We are using like different words from French, English, Spanish, Tamazight. That's another thing. Sometimes we smash the words together. It makes it sound so funny. There are like some words that like absolutely hilarious. So think about it this way. And then like the difference between the region English is a little bit different. For example, like when you are seeing verb after verb in English, like the first verb is conjugated, the second one is not. For us, it's a different story. So just understanding that Darija is a different language from your own, and trying to understand it by its own uniqueness, like love the things as it is, and not try to change it the way you think it should be, because that's not going to happen. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it beneficial. I am like really happy to be able to help, and I am going to try my best all the time, and we're going to look for another different ways for everyone to learn. So I see you soon in the next video, or like the next live stream. This way you can ask me directly, and I will give you the answers that you are like looking for. And I see you then. Bye bye.